Hey everyone, it's Sarah Fleming from Prepare to Die Papercrafts, and today I'm going to show you a couple of different techniques for using Brusho to make fabulous backgrounds. I'm also showing you this new Waterfront Stamp Set that is coming in the new Occasions catalog. So let's get started. I have two pieces of watercolor paper. This is the Stampin' Up! Watercolor paper, and I'm going to show you two different techniques. That's why I've got two sheets. And the first one is with the aqua painter. Now we've got the Brusho and it comes in 5 different colors, and this will be in the Occasions catalog. I don't have little push pins on all of mine yet. But we've got Prussian blue, which is what we're using today, brilliant red, gamboge, which is orange and yellow, and this moss green. I like them all. I love 4 of them. I like all 5. And so we're going to be using the Prussian blue today. The first one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wet my watercolor paper kind of where I want this deep blue night sky background to be. I'm just wetting it all over kind of where I want my color to end up. And then I'm going to take the Brusho and tap it on. And I'm going to do this up higher so you can see kind of how it spreads when you... Isn't that amazing? Ah, I'm so excited about this. I know Brusho is not new, but it's new to me because I don't have time to play with anything that isn't Stampin' Up! So I'm just sprinkling on the Brusho, trying to get it on all of my wet spots. And then I'll let it spread, excuse me, and work its own magic there. I am going to take a little bit of this excess water off over here, just so I don't get a bunch of pools. So I'm just going to, and every now and then I'll pick it up and move it around and kind of just see what it does. And I'm actually going to add a little bit of water right here so that it can spread around right in there too. And then I'm going to tilt that, just kind of let it do its thing. Since I want this, with the other method, I'm not worried about the little open spaces, but here I want to make sure that the whole thing is covered in some way. So isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it. Okay, so, all right, so I'm going to put that one to the side. And I kind of keep, like, anytime it starts to pull, I just dab it off a little bit. Because I'm not someone who can just sit there and see what happens. But I'm going to move this one to the side. And then now I'm going to do the other method, which is with the no, that was the aqua painter. The other one is with the Stampin Spritzer. And I just have water in here. And so now I'm spritzing, but I'm spritzing, I must have gotten some crystals on here because it automatically started giving me some blue. So there are crystals on here from when I shook them on the other one. Okay, so don't keep your pieces of watercolor paper together when you do this. Okay, so I'm just kind of spritzing where I want the water, where I want my color to go. So it's not quite as smooth as with the aqua painter, but I'm still covering a good area. And then I'm just going to tap on this color and see what happens. See, you get your water isn't quite so solid here, and you get a lot more of this little like splatter. And I love both of these methods. It's really kind of hard for me to decide which one I like better because I love the way both of them look. And I think I'm coughing from the crystals. Interesting, because I haven't been coughing until today, but I've also played with this and not been coughing, so I don't know what I'm doing, but we'll see. So look at these. I want you to see kind of the difference between the two backgrounds. This is with the aqua painter, and this is with the Spritzer, and I love them both. So I've got 2 that I've already done, and we're going to go ahead and just finish the cards. I'm going to put these aside to dry, but I have 2 that I've already done so that we don't have to sit around and watch it dry. Show you. So that's how the aqua painter dries, and this is how the, which side do you want? I think we'll go with this side. This is what happened with the Spritzers when I did it earlier. So we're going to make the same card with both of them. so you can kind of see how they both turn out. And I'm using the Waterfront Stamp Set. This is new in the Occasions catalog. It was actually designed by a demonstrator. I don't want to say the wrong name, so I'm not going to say the name. Connie someone, I think. It's beautiful, and it's for making little scenes. So you can do a mountain, stamp your mountain, stamp your sun, stamp your little beach, stamp some water. You can use this for clouds. You got palm trees. It's just amazing. You just wait till you start seeing all the samples coming out using this. You're going to be just blown away. I think it's a brilliant stamp set. So I'm going to rub the... Oh, I'm getting my embossing buddy dirty. See, I have a blue embossing buddy now. Usually, though, I've had that happen a couple of times, but the color eventually disappears. So it's magic. I'm going to cover that up. Okay, so I'm going to stamp in Versamark, and I just have the little trees from the Waterfront Stamp Set. And I'm going to stamp them right in the middle, because we're making this card. Stamp them right here in the middle. And I'm going to do the same on this one. We're going to emboss these in white. And then I also am going to stamp on some tiny snowflakes. And the tiny snowflakes are from Hang Your Stocking. I just noticed this yesterday where I was looking for something tiny to go in the sky, and there's the snowflake. So the tiny snowflake is from there, so we're going to stamp a few of those. Up here. And I should be stamping on a foam mat, but I'm not. I'm playing it dangerous today. I don't know if you can hear my toddler. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not stamping on top of the trees. She's trying to not nap. I just put her down for a nap, but she's trying to tell me that she's not going to take a nap. She told me several times that she wasn't, but I disagreed. She's 2. She thinks she knows that she doesn't need a nap. Okay, so those are the snowflakes. They look like they all stamped fine. If not, we'll brush them off and fix them later. Okay, and then I've got Christmas Quilt, which we're also going to use this for the sentiment too, but I'm just using the tiny star right now. And then we're going to use this Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. That one is retiring, so you want to, if you want it, you need to get your hands on it now. The stamp set is only guaranteed until December 21st. After that, it'll be while supplies last. The dies are already on a while supplies last because there are matching dies, the quilt builder framelits that go with Christmas quilt. Okay, so I'm doing 3 stars. See how we do up here. But I'm really excited about the Occasions catalog. It's funny because the Occasions catalog is always my least favorite, but I still find plenty to get excited about. Like, I always want the entire holiday catalog, and the Occasions I only want like 2/3. So when I say I don't get as excited about it, I still get pretty excited. Okay, so let's do our embossing. We'll do these one at a time. So I've got white embossing powder. We'll see how this turns out. So you definitely want to make sure your background is completely dry before you pour on any embossing powder, or you're going to end up with little splotches. Okay, so I'm just getting off the stray embossing powder, as you do. I've had these set out to dry for a few hours, so I don't have any wet spots. And I think I'm pretty happy with how that came out, but I want another something over there. So I think I'll put another star over there, but then that'll be an even number, so I'm going to have to put another something on there too. I don't know if you do that too, but I'm going to have to. So I'll put a star here, and then I'm just going to throw some powder on there. And of course I stamped a halo this time. And then, oh no, wait, that gives me an odd number, so we're good. So I don't have to do anything else. Okay, so that looks good, and then let's finish both of these. I've got Dapper Denim. There's really not a color that perfectly matches the Brusho Prussian blue. But Dapper Denim gets pretty close. Night of Navy also gets pretty close. Island Indigo is a little too green. I was hoping for Island Indigo because it's my favorite. And Pacific Point's a little light. But I think Dapper Denim gets pretty close. And who knows, maybe we'll get a new blue in the next annual catalog. Did not do a good job of that. So I'm going to try again. Earlier when I stamped this, I was stamping on a foam mat, and so I did it right. Okay. So we got one here. One here. I like to do an odd number of these as well. That one is not cooperating. Oh, please, come on. So that's those rhinestones finished. Do them on the other card front, and boom, we're done. I don't ever push them down until I have got them all placed where I want them, because I usually want to move at least one. And there you go. I think I like the spritzed background better. I like the splatters you get, but this is fantastic too. So there you go, Brusho and the Waterfront Stamp Set. I will see y'all next time, next Monday. Bye.